I found many obstacles that come in the way of relationships. For me, three seem to be most prominent: lack of communication skills, high expectations, and the third one was lethargy. Anyway, let's start with the last one. By lethargy, I mean people's misunderstanding that a relationship, say a marriage, has some inherent quality that makes it successful. In other words, once you have a big wedding, a big Greek wedding, the marriage will ensure that everything goes smoothly. That I call complacency. Participants have to make a marriage work. That takes time, patience, energy, and dedication to the institution of marriage, or to any relationship. Like a friendship, you have to make a friendship work. Now, one more thing. To work on a relationship, you have to be constantly working on yourself, going within, to understand your psychophysical nature, and even deeper, to understand your spiritual nature. So do away with lethargy. Relationships don't make themselves work. It's part of a constant effort that does. Next is communication. This is the age of quarrel. And while argument is usually taken as a form of communication, it isn't. It's the sign of a deteriorating relationship. We're going down. In my experience, people in general are poor communicators. Either people don't know the art, they don't bother to learn, or they don't have the courage to communicate. They freeze up. But communication is a science. It means knowing how to speak and how to hear. And speaking and hearing needs to be proactive, open, constructive, and emphatic. It's not an occasional affair, but an integral part of a relationship. Parents, you need to regularly sit with your offspring and openly inquire and share. And in being emphatic, you need to say, okay, I hear you're saying such and such, and then respond. Communication is the real mark of quality relationships. And here's the last one, expectations, or rather false expectations. We're not perfect, but often we have idealized expectations from others or from a relationship. In my own personal experience, I saw my father as a real example of someone who accepted people for what they were. He nudged me along to improve and grow, but at the same time he accepted me for what I was and didn't try to make another person out of me. So we can help each other grow and our relationships grow. But don't try to change the other person. Help him or her become more himself or herself. There are many books available today on the topics I mentioned, making relationships work. Unfortunately, few include self-awakening as an essential purpose or goal of relationships. But if you don't know who you are, then even if relationships work, they don't bear life's ultimate fruit, self-awakening. So then what did you give each other of lasting value? Favorable relationships help keep our minds on self-development, on self-awakening. So healthy spiritual life means healthy relationships. Good luck in both.